Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tiana's Story House Books, and this is part 8. Actually, I've been doing really good, actually filming ahead. So yeah, I think I'm making some good progress. I've been really motivated for this project. So I'm almost filming every day, which I wish I could film actually every day, but you know, work and adulting and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this and see what I've got planned for today. Last time we met, we did some stamping, I believe, and we stamped a bunch of frames, right? And a couple other pieces that are going to be going in the journal. So tonight we're going to work on this panel some more. So let me take out the actual journal so it doesn't get in the way of what we're doing. So we'll take this out, just put it to the side, and let's see. All that over here. We gotta finish that side up too. We got a lot to do. I've been doing some planning of what I want to do throughout the journal, and like right now, I've got a box going of things I want to include and ideas I've had to meet her needs, right, or the things she wants to do. So case in point, one of the things she mentioned was she wanted to be able to store photos. So this trifold area, as you can see, I've already been planning out what to do in here. So this is what I'm thinking is, these are the photo frames that we stamped in the last episode. I went ahead and put acetate in all the windows, and I've actually gone, we're going to do a waterfall. I went ahead and cut a bunch of flaps here for each one, just to see if it would fit once we closed it. So I put them all in here, and I think it will close even with these photo frames in it as well. So that's what we're going to try to do today. My original thought was to do the waterfall and have these small black frames behind one of these, right? But when I placed them in here, it got a little too thick to where putting anything on these two panels and trying to close it without it being too bulky was just kind of pushing it. So I decided to not do that. Hang on a second here. It needs to close over here. Anywho, so I'm going to try this method. So this is also going to be waterfall. I haven't decided what we're going to put behind here. I think we're going to put some sort of pocket to put maybe in some index cards just so that she can write on it or journal on what the picture is, maybe, right? So that's what I'm thinking for right now for that. For these, kind of the same thing. I'm thinking I want to decorate these with maybe washi tape and distress them a little bit more, maybe put some labels on it. I'm not sure yet. What I'm more concerned with right now is getting the elements in and making sure we've got enough room for all the fun stuff, right? So why don't we go ahead and get started. I haven't decided what we're going to put on the front yet. I don't know. I think I may want to put some envelopes up here, or maybe some long pockets, maybe another flip out. Let's see how much room we have after we put these pieces in, right? All right, so these photo frames, I got them from Temu, and they measure 5, well, a little bit over 5, so let's say 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So basically 5 by 4, I think. Give or take 1/8 of an inch, whatever. So yeah, that's what these are. These I also got from Temu, and they measure. These are the smallest ones I have. These measure 4 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so I got these. They don't come with the acetate in them. You have to put that in there. Just cut it and glue it. I used art glitter glue to glue it in there. Really simple. Just cut it to size and glue it in, right? I know they've got some smudgies on the acetate for me handling it, but we'll clean those up later, right? Okay, so for this one, if you are crafting along with me and using my measurements and whatnot, we have 9 of these, I believe. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9. And they should fit in, the entire page, right? I cut, using old file folders, the actual folded part of the file folder where it's already scored. I cut out these little flaps for each one. And they do measure the length of the photo frame. We're probably going to miter these also before we attach them, you know. So yeah, so let's do that first, and let's see how it goes, right? Okay, so starting with the first one here, and I think we're going to use art glitter glue today for this. I'm going to give these another good burnish here to make sure it's nice and flat. We want to decrease as much bulk as we can, right? And like I said, we're going to go ahead and miter these as well. I need to clean my scissors. They are grungy. All kinds of glue on them. All right. Now, I haven't decided. Now, normally, any kind of gusset, I would reinforce with washi tape. So, yeah, I mean, we need to say true, right? I mean, even though this is meant to be open and closed, right? I would really hate for it to split. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me grab, so I have some washi tape laying around, or did I move it back? I might have taken it back over to the other side. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think I took it over to the other side. I wasn't planning on putting washi tape on these until just now. So let me, hang on, what is this? This is black. Would this be enough? Let me see what this looks like. I got this at Hobby Lobby a while back. Let's see what this looks like. It might be too shiny for what I want this to look like. Come on, open up, you. Ah. This looks like it might be more like duct tape. But it says art project tape. Well, how do I open the darn thing? Excuse me if you see my fingers are all stained. I was using Distress Oxide spray on some cheesecloth last night and I couldn't get it off. My fingers, really. Come on. Here we go. I've had this forever. It's probably why it's the plastic sticking to it. I have it. It's sitting in a drawer. Totally forgot I had it till just now. See, that's what I'm saying. The more stuff you get, the more stuff you forget you have. So always shop your stash before you buy anything new. I mean, I haven't bought anything like new really in quite a while. Mostly right now I only buy something that I'm out of, or supplies, or something that I know, like the Tim Holtz papers, because you know, now that he's not designing, I'm always totally paranoid that they're going to discontinue something. So anytime I see something of his on sale, I grab it, especially like the backdrops, which by the way, the cheapest place I found to buy them is Hobby Lobby. They're $8.99 versus going to scrapbooking.com or Assignments of Stamp or Amazon. You know, you don't have to pay for shipping, and it's the cheapest. And Hobby Lobby near me has volumes 1, 4, and 5, I believe, at the moment. But so yeah, every time I go there, I grab another pack, or if I see a sale. Anyway, all right, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, this kind of looks a little bit shinier than what I want. Can we distress it, I wonder, with some sandpaper? I wonder. What do you guys think? Too shiny? Let me grab some sandpaper. I'll be right back. I'm going to pause. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Okay, let's see what this looks like if we try to distress it a little bit. That was way too smooth. Let's see. It's kind of a pain. I really want to mess with it like this. Let me see here. Put it down and I mean, I guess it looks okay. What do you guys think? Let's, how about we do this? We'll use this on the black frames so we can use it up. And we'll distress it. And then to use up some washi tape that I've got laying around, since we're just gonna, put it over this, this fold here, we can use up some of the thin washi tapes that I've got that I've been, not really using for anything because they're too thin. So let's do that, and we can use this stuff up instead of it just sitting there. Yeah? Okay, so to do that, first we're going to grab some glue stick. Now I'm using the permanent glue stick. It used to be called Create Glue, I believe. I don't think you can get any more, but since we all know that washi tape is not inherently sticky, we are going to use that, and then I'm going to go off camera and just go ahead and give it a quick stitching as well. So let's grab any color at all. Let's grab 2 or 3 of these. I got these off of Temu as well, and it's called Exotic Charm. Here, Exotic Charm. And I've ordered this a couple times. I love the patterns. The only thing that sucks about it is there's not much on the tape roll, right? Okay, so let's do this one here. And I'm just going to get a clean cut on the edge. And then just kind of measure it here. Open my glue stick. Let's see. Probably shouldn't have mitered it before I did this, but lesson learned. So we're gonna have to do 2 pieces of this here. Just one. And just sit it on your glue stick, and then what I do is I put my thumb over it here to hold it, and then I just pull it with the other hand. And that covers the underside there with the glue. There we go. And just make sure the fold is in the middle. As best you can anyway, right? Let's see, come on now. Straighten up because we gotta sew. Alright. Let's do the other side, same thing. Just flip this cap over so it's easier to put my glue there. And just line it up. Okay. The middle, like so. Okay. There we go. Give that a good smush. So how's everybody's day going so far? Hope yours is going good. Better than mine anyway. Mine is not so great, but that's been a trend, right? What's new, huh? Yeah, what's new, Tiana? I couldn't wait to get over here to work on this thing and get a break from my day and hang out with you guys. This is exactly what I needed. Okay, so I am going to do a couple more of these really quick, and then let's move this stuff out of the way so I don't get glue all over everything, right? All right. I'll do a couple more of these, and then I will go off camera and finish it and do the stitching, and then we'll come back and put it together, yeah? So let's do one more here. So exciting. So exciting. Riveting, isn't it? I know. I'm sorry, you guys. I wish I was more entertaining. Or, could make this more entertaining, but this is stuff we gotta do. I'm probably making all this stuff harder on myself than it needs to be. Doing this extra, you know, stitching and reinforcing of seams and flips and whatnot, but in the end, though, honestly, it makes me sleep better. I sleep better at night knowing that something that I created, if it's going to someone else, that it's quality and it's sturdy and it's not going to fall apart on them. I want people to be able to actually use it, you know? Okay, let's see here. Come on. Right. If I could get this straight would be nice. Sorry, it's so narrow that I want to make sure to get the fold in the middle, so we had the most room on each side to stitch against, right? Okay, go. Where is my craft knife? Do I have one over here? I think I'm down to my last one, to be honest. I think I might be down to my last one. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can grab it. Can I grab it from here? Maybe. I don't think so. Okay, let's grab something else. Alright, let's grab one of these. Oldie but goodie, right? Okay, and then we'll go ahead and give it a quick hold here, and we'll miter the corners before we go and sew it. Yeah? Just real quick. Pink and pink. Yeah? Alright, I'm going to do the rest of these off camera, and I will be back. Okay, guys, and we're back. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I've went ahead and did some stitching on the washi tape just to reinforce it, of course. I guess we should go ahead and ink these, I guess. I went ahead and cut out the threading as well, just to get it out of the way, so it doesn't become a tangled mess. So I'm going to grab some scorched timber, and we're just going to quickly go over these. Let me see. It's going to be like this, so you're only going to see this part here. So let's just do the insides a little bit. And then we're going to give these a nice burnish again, just to make sure we got that crease nice and tight. We want this as flat as possible. Let's see. Do you really need to ink these? Yeah, we should. Let's not get lazy. Just a little bit, just to darken the edges, right? And I'm in frame, right? Yes, I am. Okay. Here. And there we go. Another one. Where's the top of that? Here we go. I can't believe we're already on episode 8 of this, and we've gotten a lot done, but we still have a lot to go. So I did want to ask you guys, oh, by the way, don't forget to vote for the next free ephemera. I mentioned it in the previous videos. I'll try to remember to show it again, your options, at the end of this one. But I had somebody mention that they would like to see me do like a full decorating, like on each page, like what I do. I normally don't do that because I don't know, I don't want to bore you guys, but if that's something you guys would like to see, is how I decorate something, like maybe we'll do it on this one, every single part of it, then let me know in the comments if you all would want to see that, a video on that. I mean, you don't have to watch it, but if anybody would like me to do it, I mean, no harm for me. I can just turn the camera on while I'm doing it, right? I mean, I'm going to do it anyway, so. But just curious if anybody else wanted to see me decorate this or something else the entire process. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And like I said, this is going to be a long series. I mean, we're already on part 8 and we have a long way to go still. But it's been a long time since I've been this motivated creatively and had so many ideas. I've got so many in my head that it's, I don't know where to start. I'm trying to contain myself so I don't get, you know, overly bulky. I want this thing to be usable and not cumbersome. I want it to be easy to use, but still cool, right? Okay. Let me the inside here. All right. Last one. Okay. Now these measure an inch, by the way, if you're going to cut these, an inch wide, right? That gives you a ½ inch on each side for the flap, which is pretty much my standard on most of my flaps, if you've watched me before. Now, okay, these guys, I'm going to make sure that all the openings, like this here, are on the right side, right? So we're going to start at the bottom, and the way I had this measured out is that we'll do one starting here, and then we'll put the next one a ½ inch up, which should come right at the, you know, the edge, or just cover the window. And that should work the whole way up, is my thinking. So one more check here. Let's just double check again where I need to start. Here, so come up a little bit. Here. Here. Come on. Work with me, y'all. Work with me. Okay. Another one here. Next one here. And then here. And one more, right? Yeah, and the last one should go up here, right up to the edge. Right? Okay. So let's start this one a little bit further down, all the way to the edge. And we'll start with this one. Right? Okay, this one fits exactly within the folds. I mean, it's like dead on. A millimeter or a fraction of a millimeter wider, and it'd be too wide. We wouldn't be able to use these. Okay, so I'm going to use puppy. I think we're going to use Fabri-Tac for this because of the stitching and the washi tape. I want to make sure it sticks. So, okay, we're going to do it on both sides here. I'm going to try not to get it overly goopy. If you guys have noticed, I'm not using my Sugar Bell bottle anymore. I chunked it. I just couldn't anymore with that thing. All right, I'm going to spread this a little bit just to make it not so gloopy. And then I put it on here. All right, flap on this side, and it needs to be this way. So we're going to attach it like this down here. All right. Probably should just glue put one side first, and then instead of both sides before I attached it. All right. Okay. There we go. That should give us free movement, I think. A little further to the edge here. Okay, let's put a little more glue on it since it's probably evaporated while I've been playing with it. Okay. And this one will go here. So let's make sure we get all the way to the edge and in between the folds here. Hold these down. And it should go right here. Okay. Put that down. I'm just making sure that I am not outside of the folds. Let me just do this real quick. Close it in, and that should put it in the right spot. Yeah, all right. Push that down. All right, and that is one done. Okay, press this down some more. Okay, press that down as much as we can. All right, I am a little concerned about the thickness, so I'm going to keep an eye on that as we go. All right, here's the next one. And this time we're going to attach it to the envelope first before we put it on the page. Okay. All right. Glue on my fingers. Looks like I'm going to be cleaning some acetate, but I'm pretty sure. All right, this way and that way. Great. Let's add it here, right to the edge. Okay, I'm just going to take my tool here and press this down. All right. Okay, and then we'll attach it. Now it should be about a 1/2 inch between the next one, as far as where it's going to go. So if I butt it up right against this one, it'll be, you know, just a 1/2 inch separation. Okay, it's getting a little stringy here. I need to put some fingernail polish remover in here to thin it out. It's getting a little bit goopy for my taste. Okay, and we'll put this one. We'll butt this flap right up against the first one. Right, and then just line it up. Let's see here. Right, should come down right about there. Make it even on both sides. Make sure this one's straight. I think this one's actually crooked a little bit. There we go. I think that's straight now. Let's see about this one. This one should be come down a little bit. Let me see. I think that's about right, you guys. Yeah. Okay, let's press this one down now. Make sure we're within the folds. Okay, good. And I'm going to go in here and press down some more. All right. See, you see what I'm saying? I'm concerned. Maybe once it settles down, it'll be all right. I think it'll be okay. I really do. I think so. I hope so. But if we make a mistake, well, we'll just have to adjust and fix it. Yeah. All right. And next one. Goes this way, that way, so this way. right? Yeah, this way, so yeah. Duh. Okay, here we go. And okay. This one will go here, so this one goes. Duh, Tiana, hello. I'm getting myself all twisted. This way. Yeah, this way. Doy. Okay, make sure we get that up to the edge. You try not to get glue on the window, on the acetate. There's a lot of glue happening here. I wonder, I wish I probably could have, no, I can't sew it on there because it's not an open piece and it's already contained. All right, make sure that's even. Check the folding here. Oop. All right, let's press this down. All right, make sure this opens. I want to make sure it opens where it can lie flat, so I'm just testing it, making sure that when you open it, it lies flat. So that'll tell me where the edge needs to be, right? So without it catching. So there we go. Good to go. All right. Let's give it another little smush. Okay. We'll go back and get rid of the glue later off camera. Okay. Let's add this one. All right. Okay, okay. Let's just add this one here right underneath. Putting it up right against the one in front of it. And closing the measure. It should come right to the edge of the window. This one does. It's a little off here. Trying to make sure these are straight, y'all. Sorry. This is very fiddly. So if it's not even, it'll start curving that way, and we don't want that. This one's a little bit hot on that side. There we go. Looks like we're like not even here. Being like really anal about it. Okay, this one is a little off as well. So let's just do that. Okay, I think that's good. All right, let's close up on it. Make sure we're good there. Okay. This is a long process too. I know this is probably boring you guys to death. I'm just going to go ahead and just rub this down as well. And push this down as much as we can. Okay, so I think we're laying flat here so far. What do you guys think? So far so good? Okay, all right, let's continue. We've got a few more to go. 1, 2, 3. Wait, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. Hopefully, we can get them all in here. All right, next one. Let's grab another little dealio here. And I'm going to do this one, and then I'll do the rest off camera as not to waste time. We're going to have to make this video longer than it needs to be for you guys. And we'll get to the next element, decide what we're going to do. Okay? Okay. If I was confident in my editing skills, I would just fast forward this part and not stop it, but I'm not very confident in my editing skills just yet, so I would rather just pause and come back, because it's just going to be rinse and repeat for the next 6, right? Do this here. Okay, push that up. I keep thinking this is moving on me. Is it? I don't know. I'm just being paranoid. Okay, this one goes like that. So this one will go here. Okay. Push this one down. Let's open up the flap and push it down some more. Okay. And we'll push it down some more here. Keep reinforcing that crease there as flat as possible. And then let's make sure it opens flat. Here, let's go through my cylinder frame. I am, okay. So I'm just going to lay it flat here and then make sure it doesn't catch when I try to open it, right? Which is catching a little. So I'll pull this. It's still catching a little bit. Okay, we're good. Alright, let's mush that down again, mush this down again, and I think we're good for this one to add. Alright, I'm going to add this one, and then I'll do the rest off camera, and we will be back, okay? So let's get this one on. Glue, 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 glue. I thought about using double-sided tape, but I don't trust it to stand the test of time. And, the level of use I'm expecting this journal to get. Okay, let's bump this one up to this one here. Okay, that should right up against it. Yeah? I think that's straight. What do you think, you guys? This one keeps like moving, I think. I feel like. You know? I really think this one keeps moving. I want to push it. See if I can push it a little bit. Yeah. I really think this one's crooked. Let me fix this one. It's really bugging me. I'm sorry, it's like a little bit off, so I'm going to reposition it real quick. Okay? And just make sure that it's straight. Because it's bugging me. It's bugging me. There, now I think that's straight. Yeah, that one's straight now. Okay. Let me re-push this down here. Yeah, that makes me happier. Much better, much better, much better. Okay, this one goes back down. Now, is that one crooked? No, I don't think so. This one needs to go up, come down a little bit over here. Okay, and this one is good, I think. Is this? Okay, making sure this whole thing's straight. It's really like, I'm really worried about making sure this is completely straight because I don't want it to look curved, right? So let's just keep looking at it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take these off so this hopefully doesn't get in the way. Because we know what we're gonna do, so we don't need them in there anymore. That was just me testing how thick it was going to be. Because I really want to do this. Make sure it's straight. Okay. Now I'm going to go off camera and finish these up. And we'll be right back with the end result. See how we are. Okay? Once I'm sure it's straight. Paranoid much, Tiana? Much too much. Alright, you guys. We'll be back. Alright, you guys. We are back. Okay, I have attached all the frames. And I think we are good. Here, I'm going to let it sit before I start playing with it. But I made sure to press these down really tight. Everything fits inside. We still have a little bit of room there. You can see there it's not overly packed, right? So we are good here. Let's see, how much time do we have? Okay, I think we got a little bit more time. So let's let this sit and then we will work on these guys. So for these, we're just going to do 4 on each side here, right? We need 4. And we're going to use that black tape, right? Okay. So let's do that. And all we'll do is put a piece down and then put the tape down, right? That's all we have to do. So let's measure this out where we need to start. So we'll start with the bottom one first, and then that'll give us an idea of where we need to go, right? So for all these 4 to be even, right? We'll keep it in between, within the stitching as like a border, right? And then give it like 3/4 of an inch per frame before we lay down the next one. And that should get us where we need to get, right? Cool. All right. Let's do that. So we're going to take off some of this and then we're going to scruff it up a little bit. All right. If I can get it off. Oh, is it the right place? No. It's over here. All right. So I'm going to cut off a nicer piece of this. It's not all scruffed up that bad. And I'm going to measure a piece out for this. Frame? Yeah, okay. Push this up. That's this, at least this size, right? Maybe a little bit longer because we can always cut it to size. All right. And I'm going to put it half on and half off. So this is, how wide is this? This is 3/4 of an inch. So let's put this right here. Like I said, we'll do half on and half off. So I can see what half on and half off is. Okay, that looks about right. Okay. Alright, let's brush that down. And then we're going to take the sandpaper and we are going to go across the tape with sandpaper. And I don't mind if it gets the envelope a little bit. Just makes it, part of the distressing process. That's okay. Alright, then we're going to take our craft knife here. And I'm going to cut that piece off. Where's my root or straight edge or something? And here we go. And we'll just cut this piece off. Yeah? There we go. And the other side. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Let's do here. And I'm going to back it up with a little bit of Fabri-Tac. Just a little, not a whole bunch. And we are going to put this, I'm going to fold this off real quick first. Ugh, I should have done it before I put the glue on it. I've got glue on my fingers again. Alright, let's fold this tape and then put the glue on it. Just try that again. Alright, and we said here within the stitching. So let's hold the tape here, like, I think right about there. Let's push this up. And right there. Is that straight? I think so. Alright, we're going to push that down. We can go back and clean this up later. Looks like we got a little bit of extra tape here, so let's go ahead and cut that off. Come on, come off. There we go. Alright. Just finish this down a little bit. Like so. That's a little crooked. Let's fix that. Alright, that should be good to go right there. I'm not too confident in this tape, you guys, honestly. It doesn't look like it wants to stick the way I want it to. What do you guys think? I don't know, you guys, because now I'm thinking I have to put tape on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, another piece on top. Like that. You know what? I kind of like that look. Okay, we're doing that. I'm going to make it actually longer. I'm experimenting here, you guys. Hopefully I can fix it if it doesn't work. Alright, let me sand this down a little bit. Just to get the shine off. Alright, I'm going to do half on, half off. Again. It's too long? Yeah, it's too long. Alright, let's try to cut it kind of straight. Is that still too long? No, we're good. Piece of glue off there. Okay. Half on, half off, right? That's about half on, half off. Let's put it on there straight. Ish. Alright. Put this down like that. Just get it inside there. And let's see what we think of this. No, it can't be longer. It has to be the same. I don't know what I was thinking there. No, this is not doing it how it was in my head. In my head, it made more sense, and it looks a lot better. It looks a lot cooler in my head. Let me see if this works. It might still work out. Okay. Yeah, I don't trust this tape. No, let's take it off. Carefully. Good thing we use Fabri-Tex, so we can probably still get this off without damaging the paper. Maybe. Woof! That was close. Alright, we're going to put this one to the side. And not use that one. And get this glue off here. Okay, so we're not going to use black tape. We're going to have to do what we normally do here. And let's see. We do 1, 2. Do we want to do another waterfall here? Because it will fit. 2, 3. Can we use this again? Let me see if I get this tape off without messing it up too much. Yeah, that messed it up. It took off the paper. Yep, that's unusable. Have another one. I guess put some acetate in. I already have some on it. I was hoping I had some already done. Wait, I do. There goes one right there. Cool beans. I'm gonna do 4 on each side. What do you guys think? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna have to make flaps for this. So what I'm going to do is, since we are right about time, I'm going to make this the next episode, I think. Or I may film it and then put the two together or something. We'll see. Or maybe I will speed it up a little bit in some of the spots. I don't know. But I don't want to go too much longer because this is going to take probably a little while. So I'm going to stop here for a minute and then I'm going to decide whether or not this is going to be a longer video. But I'll be back. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's probably going to be part 2 to this. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Alright, you guys are back. This is the second part. I decided to just add to the part we were working on, part 8. So I'm just going to make it a little bit longer so we can do these side panels. We're basically going to do the same thing we did in the middle. A little couple of differences. We're actually going to have a closure for these because I was worried that, I don't want, when you open this up, for these, these pieces are going to be all floppy around, right? I don't want that. So what we're going to do is put a closure around it. So like over here on the left side, I've already attached this butcher's twine here, just with some Fabri-Tex on the back, right? And then we'll glue these on top with the opening to the left, right? And then it'll just close it, tie over like a little parcel. And that will keep them down, when it's being unfolded or whatnot, right? So they won't be flapping around. I thought about using magnets, but they would just be too cumbersome, and then you don't know if whatever she puts in here is going to be too thick for the magnets to stick together. Did I even want them to show? I don't know. So I just went with something simple, easy to use, and we're going to use the twine. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So for these, did the same thing since obviously the tape didn't work. I went ahead and made flaps for these the same way that I did the middle, right? I just cut out inch wide piece out of some scrap and then put some washi tape on it and did some stitching. Same exact thing, right? But I did say that we're going to do this from start to finish with each other, so we're doing this start to finish. Boring or not, we're going to do this all together. Alright, we're going to suffer together. Okay, let's actually we'll close this up. Is attach all these flaps, and then we'll come back to this, yeah? Okay. There's all the envelopes. Here we go. Alright, and I will try to learn how to fast forward this, so you guys don't have to watch this whole thing. But, like we said, start to finish, right? It's all goopy. I've got glue all over my hands. It is everywhere. Well, I wish there was a neater way to do this, but there's really not, is there? I think all of us are always picking glue off of our fingers, or getting ink off of our fingernails, or out from under our fingernails, or whatever, right? Okay, so this is going to go like this, so this flap needs to go like that, right? So just like before, up to the edge, at least, maybe a little beyond it, so it opens flat. Okay, let's hold this there. What I'm going to do to, speed this process up a little bit is just check here. Okay. Is I'm going to go and glue on all the flaps here and let these just dry a little bit. So I'm going to put some clips on them to move them along and make sure that they attach strong, yeah? Might as well, right? We're not using mitts yet. So let's just do that. Make use of the time, yes? Okay, here's another one. This one's going to open to the left, so the flap's going to go this way. And here we go. There's another one. Number 2. Okay. Let's spread the glue. Okay. This one will go here. Okay. And this one up to the edge. Okie dokie. Let's make sure this one opens easily, right? It doesn't, it's catching a little bit, so I'm going to pull this out. If you hear that noise there is catching where you can feel that it's scraping against the table, you need to pull up your flap further. Okay? If it's doing that, it's too far below the edge of the frame or whatever you're doing the flip up. So you want to maybe move it up, because you can go actually a little bit past, like I'm doing right here. If you can see that, just a smidge past, and that'll keep this edge from squeaking across the flat surface, right? And then your piece will lay flat without rubbing up against the surface, right? Okay, just clip this one. Clip. And clip. Clip. Over there. All right, next. Another one open to the left. All right, we're going to do 4 for one side. Attach all those, then I'm going to do the other side off camera, okay? It's going to be the exact same process. That's what we're doing on the left side. Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting glue everywhere, aren't I? It cannot be helped. Cannot help it. It is what it is. Oops. Make sure that's even. Okay. Let's kind of finish that, and then we're going to check. Make sure it's not scraping when we open it. You can hear it. I can hear it scraping. Right? So I need to pull this up a little bit more. Past the edge, just a little bit. Now let's see if it scrapes. Nope. We're good there. Okay. Alrighty. And let's let that set up. Another clip. And another clip. I got lots. Yep. Okay. Here's another one. And the last one for this side. Right here. Opens to the left, goes over here, so that's going to go there. And this one will go. Why might I get myself lost? Yeah, okay. I was right. Get myself all confused. for no reason at all. Okay. And we'll add this one. Okay. Oh, so tomorrow I'm actually going into the office. I told you guys in one of the previous episodes that I'm having a little trouble focusing, working remotely lately. With the, what's going on in my personal life, it's just distracting me. It's just like I'm home, with my day job, and then I'm home for, at night for doing this, and I just move from one desk to another. So I'm like, I'm home and just within these four walls with my own, thoughts. It's like the walls are closing in, and it's distracting what's going on in my personal life. It's too easy for me to not focus on my work and let that get to me. So I thought the best thing for me to do is to get back into the office temporarily. So luckily, we have some space at the office, and I'm going in tomorrow. I think being around people and being in that environment will help me stay focused on work and not get distracted and actually be productive, right? Because I am behind like crazy right now. I mean, like crazy. So I have got to get myself back on track. I cannot, this isn't me. I like my job and I like where I work, and this just isn't me to, I'm not slack off, but just be so distracted that I'm not doing my job. And I can't have that. Cannot have that. Alright, let's put some clips on this one. And then we'll let these sit for a few. And I will do the other side off camera. And this is the exact same process, right? So what I'm going to do is this. Let those dry and set up real quick. And then we're going to, oops, too far over. We're going to go ahead and attach them here. We'll attach them here. And then I'll go off camera and I'll do this side, right? Because it'll be the exact same process. So you're not missing a thing. And that way we'll keep the video, not quite too very long, right? Okay, so let's assume that these should be done by now, I would think. It better be, because we're about to put them together. Right? Okay. Just got a little bit of glue stuckage there. Let me use my thing here to smooth it out. Okay. Alright, so this is the first one. Shouldn't be moving. I think we're good. Yeah. We're good. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and attach this one here. And again, these are all open on the left side, right? And I'm going to try to stay within the borders of the stitching. So we'll put this in the middle-ish. And this should stick just like the center waterfall element that we did, right? So let's just put the glue on. Same process as before, rinse and repeat. So there's the middle-ish and right the edge of that stitching. That's where I want it. Now you will have to, if you're going to put this twine back here, you will have to hold this down for a minute while it sets up, because of that twine. All right, that little bit of surface area may keep it from laying down flat on both sides. You're going to want to push that down and kind of hold it just till it catches, right? Once it catches, you can just let it sit. Okay, just don't mess with it, right? All right, so that appears to be down. Yeah, okay. Let that sit. I think that's even. All right, let's see the next one. has some glue stuck in here. I'm gonna go back off camera and I'll be cleaning all this glue that's seeped out off camera. I'm not gonna waste y'all's time doing it now, but just know that I know it needs to be done. Okay, we good? Yeah, we're good here. Okay, let's go ahead and add more glue. It's getting stringy. Okay, come on. Get to the edge here, please. Thank you. All right. And then this one will go, let me see here. Make sure I got this right. So 1, 2, 3. So we need to leave 3/4 of an inch, I think, or an inch showing here. Or less than that. So 3/4 of an inch, I think. Yeah, okay. Alright. So this next one will go here. That's about right. Okay, let's make sure it is straight on the left and the right side and even up and down. I'll move these out of the way so I can check here if it's even. It is not. Okay, I think that does it. Okay, I think that does though. All right, that. There we go. Now it's down. So just gonna press this down and hold it until it catches on the sides here. Just double check the one underneath. Press that down some more. Okay. Oh, a fruit fly. I don't know where these fruit flies came from. Alright, let's grab the next one. Okay. Look pretty good here. Press down the back really quick. Make sure this flap is down. Okay, I think we're good there. Alrighty. And more glue. More glue, more glue, more glue. Alright, don't forget to make sure that you put the opening to the left, just because it'll be easier to access this way than versus trying to come over this waterfall piece element there. Alright? Alright, there's not enough glue in there. That's possible. It's like goopy, it's too thick. But it has to be done this way because I don't have another glue that works that holds down the washi and the stitching down. Our glitter glue does not work. Alright, right about, I think there. It's good. Okay, let's put this down. Come on. Here we go. Here you go. Alright, let's push this down and then I'm going to pull this up and make sure it's even. It is not. Alright. Here we go. I believe that has it. I got it. Okay, I believe I got it. Let's press down this one. Give it a good burnish with our tool here. Okay. Make sure we didn't move that out of position, which we did a little bit. Okay. think we're back. We're back to where we're supposed to be. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, last one on this side, and then I will do the other side off camera. Okay. All right. Well, those of you who stuck with me this long tonight, so good on you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know this video was long, but I hope you enjoyed it, because I mean, it's fun for me. It may not be fun. I hope it's fun for you. Give you some ideas of what to do with your own Lapbook if you're creating one, or whatever project you're working on. Alright, let's get this one lined up. Okay, we want to stay within the stitching area, right? So let's go here. Right about, I think there's good. What do you guys think? Is that too far up? I think that's good. Come down a little bit. There we go. I think that's better. Alright, let's see how, if it's even. It is a little off from the left side here. Okay. I think we're straight. Seems just a little bit off somewhere. I think we're good here. All right, I am going to press this down, commit to it. This one, I think we need to move a smidge that way. What, this one? Yeah, that one's good. That one's okay. All right, that looks better, I think. All right, let's press this down. Where's our tool here? We're going to get this a nice, another good creasing here. Okay, up here as well. Oh, some glue still. Here. And out here. We're going to just press down those flaps again. That's all. All right. Okay. Like that moved a little bit. Okay. And then this one, how are we doing here? I think we're good here. Press this one down again. And then this one. Are we good? I think so. Sorry if my head's in the way, guys. Sorry. Just making sure it's in there right. Alright, let's see how if it's even. It's pretty good. I got some glue seepage up here that I'll get rid of. No big deal. I think we're good. You know, is it crooked? No, I don't think so. I think we're good. Alright. So, with that being said, this part is in. And then the last part would be just, we close it up, right? Like this. That way these pieces aren't flopping around when you're opening and closing the flap itself, right? And that's a really big bow, but you get the idea, right? And the scissors, please. And ta-dunk. And ta-dunk. Oh, oops. Almost messed that up. Try that again. Let me just clean that. Oh, looks like I'm going to clean my scissors. They're all fouled up with glue and stickiness. So, there we go. Okay, here we go. Just untwist that. There we go. Okay? So now those are secure. They're not going to flop around, right? Which is the idea. And just pressing it down some more. Making sure that they stay where they're supposed to. Okay. Let's leave that alone to set, yeah? And then we will And why don't I just do this, just for giggles, and it'll make me feel better. I'm going to clip these down just to keep them down and make sure they set up, right? That's all. You don't have to do this. This is just me being paranoid. But it's not a bad idea to do. You know what I mean? So, better safe than sorry, I say. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna finish this side, or do this side, and then I'll show you guys the end result, and that'll be it for the part 8. Okay. I'll be right back. All right, you guys, we're back, and we are done with tonight's episode. So we did both sides here. We'll let these set up. So we got this waterfall done, and it is set and looking lovely. I think it looks great. That doesn't need to have any kind of closure because it's the middle part, so it's not going to move around once we close these up like this. And we are good to go. We still have a little bit of room, not much, actually. So once pictures go in there, that'll be full. We still have stuff to put on here and this side. I think we're just going to put envelopes here for these sides. I think once these actually settle down, it'll lay a lot flatter, right? I think we'll be all right. So, I think we're good still. I still need to figure out how we're going to close this, though. This is an issue for me. So, I'm actually thinking of... I'm not sure yet. Maybe putting a snap here, right? To keep this closed. Because it's too fat for a magnet, right? I could do... Let's see, let me think here. We could do an elastic right there. But then I'll add some bulk here. So, let me think on this. We may just do a simple paper clip closure like that. To keep it closed. I mean, that looks fine. It doesn't get in the way. Right? Just like that. That could work. Either or. But we shall see. We still have to decide what we're going to do with the backs of these. I need to clean up all this glue. Do we want to put journal cards back here in a flat pocket, right? So that she can write on it, on what's in here. Some more, thinking to do. Like I said, we have a lot more to go. So, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. I know it was long, but thank you guys for those who stuck with me. Don't forget to vote for your the free ephemera, what you guys want. It's the sewing, vintage sewing instructions, or the vintage book pages. So just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to check out our store. The link is in the description, as well as our Kofi site. There's some free ephemera up there for you guys already. Again, thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in part 9. Talk to you soon. Bye.